Did these numbers even surprise you, Hans?
Look, it was starting just quickly. The season's been incredible to date. We're up 6%. I think we're pacing to be, if not our highest viewed. Right now, we're sitting behind that 2015 high water mark. So it's been an incredible season overall to date. And, as we went into Thanksgiving, we've had 3 straight years going into this year of just more and more viewership on Thanksgiving Day. And, this year we had a ton of great matchups and some really fun ones with the NFC East, playing the NFC North, with the AFC North playing the NFC North. And we looked at those matchups when we did the schedule last spring, and we said, you know what? Let's really look at some of these windows that stand apart, whether it's kickoff or Thanksgiving, and let's see how high up can be here. And look, I think we thought there was a lot of opportunity. We thought, there was audience there that fully hadn't been captured before. But, even to get to the levels of 57+ million for that game in Dallas, or 40, almost 48 in Detroit, we're talking levels of championship games. And so that was incredible to see. And I think reinforcing to us about, let's continue to push here. Let's see where our fans are and how we best serve them. So what an incredible day. And finished NBC at their highest game ever Thursday night, too. So just an awesome Thanksgiving all around.
And I love the Madden stuff, too, Hans. I love what a great idea that was. It's 4 years now and counting. And, it's just great nostalgia for, people my age or even a little bit older, and some maybe even younger. And for me to turn to my kids as we're watching, I'm like, yeah, that video game guy, no. Sit down and take a look, about what he is as well, or was. It's pretty cool.
And Rich, it's such a great point. And I'm in that same sort of age group, and sort of, you just think about how special Coach Madden was and how many people he brought into football. But on Thanksgiving and that unique day, and the cool part is he worked for all of our partners at one point in time.
Right.
He literally, and so, it's an idea to give credit where credit's due. I think Pete Abbatante and some of the folks at the league, Roger and the commissioner, says, how can we push and celebrate Coach here? But our partners have really jumped on board there. And what really brings that to life in the best way is what they do authentically with his presence, with his history on Thanksgiving. And to me, that was really magical how they did that across all 3 games on Thursday with the tribute from Coach's presence on each of their networks. It was really cool.
That's right. That all 3 of them have video of him in their booths. CBS, Fox, and NBC. And I just loved, I mentioned it the other day on the show here, Jason Garrett's stories that he was able to share, including that menu from a dinner that he was having with Madden, talking about Derek Jeter's famous flip play in a playoff game. And I'm saying, you just choose Jeter first and then decide what sport you're playing next. And then they had a draft of other athletes in that regard. And then he had the menu of the writing down of his team and Madden's team and that. You can't beat it. That was great.
That was so great, so cool. The keeping of the turkey leg was a bit interesting, and how long that stayed in his freezer.
I wondered, because
he and Brill need to go to that freezer a little bit more.
I wanted him to open it up just to see what does a 30-year-old frozen turkey leg administered post-game to him by John Madden. What does that look like?
It's a keeper. Everybody fights over the leg, right? He kept the leg that year.
I love that. Hans Schroeder here, the NFL EVP of Media Distribution here on the Rich Eisen Show after a monster weekend for the Thanksgiving weekend and season for the ratings and partners of the National Football League here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.